Today we are talking all things slime. So before I have three different types of slime, all with different types of ingredients and three different processes to make the slime. And what I'm going to do today is tell you the properties of each slime, how to make it, what goes into it, and then I'm going to rank them from worst to best, and I'll tell you why I ranked them the way I did. And after this, all of the ingredients and all of the instructions will be posted on our website and in the description. So please check that out and try to make this yourself. First, to get started, we have glues. And before telling you, this is my least favorite slime. This is third place slime. And before I tell you why I did not like it so much, let me tell you some positives about that. And simply, that is the ingredients that go into it. There is skim milk and vinegar. Those are the two main ingredients that go into this. And I think that is so great, especially with working with kids. Kids love to put stuff in their mouths. And although this may not taste good, it is all edible. You can eat it. Not sure you would want to. But just in case, you could take a risk with this. And unfortunately, that is as far as the good things go with this. As you can tell, this doesn't really resemble slime. And to be honest with you, I tried to make this specific type of slime several times, and each time it failed. And finally, this last time, I had to tweak some things myself, and this is the closest I got it to look to slime. And so I scoured the internet, and I looked for different recipes, different things I could try, and they all said the same thing. And honestly, it just did not work out. I thought that the ingredients were ingenious. It worked perfectly. I thought this would be so good for kids. I had such high hopes going into it. But unfortunately, the ingredients, they just didn't work well together. It just didn't make the right slime. And as you can see, I'm not even willing to put my hands in there, so I would not suggest... I want to ask you to have your kids put their hands in this as well. So that is why this is definitely last place for me. As you could just look at it fall, and it's really soupy. And honestly, this does not store well at all. And you can imagine with milk and vinegar, it doesn't smell very good. It smells awful. Right now, it's smelling up everything. And so you especially don't want this in a classroom setting, because it's just in a closed, confined room. It's gonna smell. And it's going to stink pretty bad. So this is number 3. This is glues. Did not like this one at all. And coming in a close second, this one is called Gooey slime. I named it Gooey slime partly because I'll show you why. Because it is gooey. Look at that. It is sticking to my fingers. It is sticking to my hand. Look at that. Gooey slime. Before I tell you what's wrong with it, let me tell you what's good about it. It has a traditional slime feel. You can see it looks like slime. You can mold it with your fingers. It's fun. It's vibrant. Kids would love this. Unfortunately, again, that is the end of the compliments of this specific slime. I am not a huge fan of the slime. One, because you can look at my hands and fingers. It is just not coming off at all. And if you can imagine little kids with this, and then wiping their shirts, their pants with this, their faces, their hair, this will get everywhere, including the classroom. So that's the number one reason why I don't like this slime. The second reason I don't like it was the process to make it. And the ingredients for this were pretty simple. It's water, Elmer's glue, and salt. And so these are actually products that you would have around the house, but unfortunately the recipe for this slime calls for it microwaving. And when you microwave it, it gets rid of a lot of the glue, and it actually called for 50 ounces of glue, but yet this is all the slime it made. So that's very disappointing, because you're going to go spend a lot of money on glue, and you're only going to get this much slime. So that's disappointing as well. And the process, it took me a very long time, and just like the glues, this Gooey slime took a long time to make, and it took a couple tries for me to figure out how to do it. You could tell this wasn't as big as a failure as the glues, but the Gooey is a close second because of how hard it is to make, the ingredients, and how much it's going to cost. And with the stickiness factor, That is why the Ooey Gooey slime is number 2. And now going on to number 3, this is by far the best. I actually have no complaints about this slime. This slime is called 3-ingredient slime, and one of the good things about this slime is in the title itself, is it only takes 3 ingredients to make. As you can see, I'm still covered in slime from the Ooey Gooey slime. But this 3-ingredient slime is simple, it's perfect, and look at it. Even with the green color, it has the traditional slime look, slime feel. It doesn't smell at all, it's green, and you know, when you think of slime, you think of green. But you could do any food coloring for any of them, any color you want. But this is my favorite. It's called 3-ingredient slime, and the 3 main ingredients are Elmer's glue, clear glue. You have your saline solution, so it's like your contact lens solution, and you have baking soda. And of course, glitter and food coloring is optional, but I think, why would you say no to food coloring? I can understand why you'd say no to glitter, and let me give you a little bit warning here. A little bit of glitter goes a long way in this slime, and I covered this thing with glitter because I want it. I'm a huge fan of glitter, and I know some of you out there do not like glitter because it just leaves a huge mess. And believe me, it left a huge mess, but it was worth it because it gives it this shiny look. And I love this slime. It was so simple to make. It took me less than 10 minutes. You only use about 2 tiny bottles of glue to make this. You use about 2 tablespoons of saline solution, a teaspoon of baking soda. So the ingredients cost are so cheap. You could go to Walmart one trip and probably make 20 batches of this with 1 set of ingredients. I love this so much. I can't brag about this enough. Who would have thought I'm bragging about slime? But this slime is by far the best. And again, we will post the instructions and the ingredients list on our website, so be sure to check that out. I'm sure the link will be in the description. So be sure to check this out. And this is the 3-ingredient slime. This is the best. And if you do have any suggestions on how to make these slimes any better, please let us know. If you try one of these 2 variants and you turn it out to be a success, please let us know. It'll be a great addition, because if we could get these 2 slimes working, we could give some teachers and some children's pastors the opportunity to make some varying types of slime. With this, you could be edible. That would be awesome, especially with little kids. So if you figure out how to make any of these slimes and make them better, please let us know, and we will include it, the updated instructions and the updated ingredients. That way we could just get the word out to all the children's pastors and all the teachers on how to make the best slime. And before I go, I'm going to let you know that all of these slimes are borax free. And that was very important to us when choosing these slimes, because we know, especially with kids love putting things in their mouth, and you do not want to risk them putting something poisonous in their mouth. Now, I can't say that for these 2, if they put it in their mouth, it's going to taste great, or it's not going to make them a little bit sick, but it will not seriously hurt them. And that was huge for us. These are all harsh chemical free. The only thing that may be a little bit sketchy is the saline solution in here, but it's in such small quantity that I'm not actually too worried about it. But honestly, that was one of the biggest factors going into it, because we know kids, and we know the things that they do, and we know some of the worries and concerns teachers and children's pastors have when using, especially science experiments like this, or just good object lesson type objects and things you can make. We know that's so important that you don't make something that's going to hurt the kids if they digest it in any way. So yeah, that's all for now. Please let us know if you like these slimes, or if you have any other recipes. Give us a big thumbs up. Let us know if you liked it.